So, hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Now, it's been quite some time, and the reason for that is I've had a bit of a, well, quite a bad knee lately. I'm still yet to figure out exactly what's wrong with it, but I'm taking some tablets at the moment which tend to be helping a little. I shouldn't really be out fishing, I should be resting, but it's been driving me insane. I think the last video I uploaded on my channel was over a month ago, which is, I'm pretty sure, is the longest I've ever gone without uploading. Now, this time of year, in August, in Guernsey, the fishing really starts to pick up. We see more fish, bigger quantity, and sometimes bigger bass. Now, the bigger bass tend to come later on into winter, however, August time can be a very good time. Now, saying that, I'm not actually expecting to catch any big bass tonight. I'd be happy to catch anything. Any schoolies, anything like that. 2 or 3 schoolies would really make my evening. So I've come down to a mark this evening, which is relatively, well, it is easy to get to for the knee, so it's not causing me too much trouble. I'm going to be standing on a ledge here and fishing some lures, obviously targeting bass. So because I'm going to be fishing quite high up, I've brought with me today the Samson Longcast Expanse LS. Now, this is a 12-foot, 15 to 60 gram lure rod. I've used it plenty of times in my videos. There's even a Samson fishing podcast, playlist on my channel where I use all of their different lures and rods, and I've had some great success on them. So what I'm going to start with tonight is a floating surface lure, Pachinko 140. It is really calm, so it might be a little bit too bulky, but I'm going to give it a few casts first, slowly work it across the top and see if we get any swells, or even better, a take. It's going to be a nice, easy, relaxed session. I'm going to be fishing into sort of last light. I'm not staying out too long, so about an hour's worth of fishing. Hopefully within that time we can connect to a bass. We've got some good tides. I've not been here in quite some time, so I'm not too sure how it's fishing at the moment, but it's worth a go. So anyway, enough chatter from me, let's get to it. Right, so we're out with the first cast. Still got that daylight obviously, so it's nice to just try a surface lure, see if we can pick up anything on that. But what I'll probably be fishing with mostly is soft plastics or some of the Samson shads maybe. So I am quite high up at the moment. The main reason for bringing this rod is to be able to lift the fish up. But obviously, by the name of the rod, it means I can cast the lure a mile right over a reef where 2 seagulls are clocking it at the moment. So I'm just working the rod tip, tapping it away, slow retrieve, making that lure work. The seagulls have found it, so if there's fish there, they're going to find it also. Yes! I'm on. Third cast. It's not a big fish, but it's a fish. I actually lost sight of where the lure was then, and that fish came up, saw the swell. You can see it under the surface there. God, he's going for it. God, look at that. He's going some. There he is. Right, just going to have to be careful lifting her up. Hopefully he stays on. There we go. Third cast, first fish. So there we are. Third cast, first bass of the evening. That is absolutely brilliant. I've been gagging to come out. Whoa. Right, let's get him unhooked. Don't want to do him any damage. God, it's lively, I can tell you that. Oh, doing myself more damage leaning on my knee. But there we are. third cast on the Pachinko 140. Got ourselves a lovely little bass there. Let's not waste any time, let's get it back. What a great start. Oh man, I'm buzzing about that. When you're dying to come out and go fishing, you come and you catch a fish. Not going to break any records, but let's see if there's a few more. So as I said, I lost sight of where the lure was then. Casting out, winding in the slack. Because it's going such a long way, hard to keep an eye on it. But when the bass come up and hit it like that, you certainly find out where it is. Nice to see one early on, and hopefully there's going to be a few more. Oh, it's off. Or is it? No, I'm on again. Oh, it's a garfish. No wonder why that felt weird. He's going to be hooked in the side. Yes, he is. I got excited then, thinking it was another bass. There we go. Unfortunate for that garfish, but I'll keep him and pop him in the freezer for bait. But it had me excited for a second then. Thought it was a bass come up and hit it and not connect properly. But just a foul hook garfish. Just dodging a bit of weed there, I can see floating on the surface. Right, let's throw one out straight in front. See if there's anything right there. Then I'm going to give it a cast over the reef. Now I've got some divers I'm going to try as well. Just hoping there's not going to be too much weed in the water. So I'm going to give it a quick go with a shallow diving lure. Now this is one of the Waylander pulse runners. I've removed the middle treble there, but fishing a diver when there's not loads of weed in the water, but there's a fair bit. So I'll give this sort of 4, 5, 6 casts, see how I get on, and then we'll switch it up from there. I'm not really going to have to do much with this lure, just a straight wind in. There's a reason why it's called the pulse runner. I have fished with these before, I'm just yet to catch on them. But they vibrate like hell. Very, very similar to a megabass sunk. They cut into the water very well. They've got a nice action. There's a bit of weed there. Yeah, they've got a very nice action. When you're using them on a lighter rod, yep, just as I thought, weed first cast. But when you're using them on a lighter rod, you can really, the rod tip will rattle like that. So let's try this direction. Now there's a few birds about. They're not doing too much, but always good to keep an eye on. They're flying pretty high, which makes me think they are watching something in the water, whether that's just little bait fish or garfish chasing something, bass, mullet. There's no bust ups. You always feel more confident when there's a few birds about, no matter what they're doing, even if they're just sat on the water sometimes. Just gives you that little bit more hope. So I'll put on the 25 gram white shad, Samson shad, trying to work that against the tide. I expect we'll get a few pecks from the garfish. And I was casting that last lure, pretty much casting on the garfish, all jumping out the water. But this is the main problem at the moment, picking up these straggler bits of weed. After not being out in so long, and especially not putting a video up, I'm happy just to catch a fish. Hoping my knee is on the mend now. There's good days and bad days. There's definitely a few marks that I'm not going to be able to get to yet. The low tide marks are a little bit of a big ask. Now, I'm not exaggerating when I say everywhere I cast, no matter what direction, as soon as the lure hits, there's garfish jumping out. There must be hundreds and hundreds of them out there. I think that's why these birds are flying over now. Seeing the splashes, I know, they're heading the other way. But honestly, I cast to my left, garfish out the water, cast to my right, straight in front of me. They're definitely around the island in force now. Well, ever since that first fish, it's been very, very quiet. Apart from seeing hundreds of garfish in the water, no more bass, unfortunately. Now, I've done 45 minutes and I think that's all my knee's going to allow for today. I don't want to be pushing things. And I was stressing a bit about not putting videos up on YouTube, but when it comes down to it, your health's way more important. About 2 weeks ago, when I first did my knee in, I actually tried fishing on a low tide spot 2 days after I hurt it. And it was one of the stupidest decisions I made. So I don't want to be making that choice again. I want to rest up, let it heal, and hopefully be able to get out and make proper videos, stay out much longer, and hopefully catch many more fish. But what I can say is, it's been lovely to come out this evening. I've been absolutely dying to fish, so I'm glad I've come out. Really, really glad about catching that one bass. Yeah, and I'm super stoked on it, really. So I'm going to leave this video there. Sorry it's a short one, sorry there's not too much in it, but at least it's something to go up and hopefully provide a little bit of entertainment. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.